I'm not even. What is Dankeschön? I didn't look.
Hosting episode 5.
Ooh, episode 5.
We will go to Vegas and roll the dice on love.
On you.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hi guys. Oh, Tiffany, you missed.
Oh, Tiff.
Tiffany, you missed the best intro dance. So sorry about that. We might do it again for you guys.
Maybe. Dankeschön. Maybe.
Only if someone says Dankeschön back to us. Okay. All right, guys. Episode 5.
It looks like 10. It's really 5.
Just 5. Not 10. I think that would be like the end.
High five. Okay.
So,
Episode 5.
let's go to
Vegas. Deal them up, Carly. Tell them what they've won.
We're here to be your dealers in this game of love as you roll the dice.
Roll it.
Because love is all about taking risks
And
gambling.
And it's all about Lady Luck.
Lady Luck.
Ha cha 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 cha.
We're ready.
Feel good about this.
These are rough. I don't know.
We
if
had good intentions.
You like that green shade?
Yeah.
You got to keep your chin up.
Mm-hmm. We're going to Vegas though.
All right, you guys.
Okay.
Let's take a gamble.
They went to the Aria Hotel, which sounds a lot like Ari. I don't know if anyone else got that.
That's called. I didn't even notice
I definitely got that. Every time they said it, I was like, and Ari.
Aria. Ari. Rough.
Aria. Thinking of Ari?
And they were living for the suite. They were like running in, like super excited.
The only thing better than the suite they were staying in was Becca waiting for them. What did he say? Looking like Vegas from head to toe.
But she was.
She was. I loved that jacket.
It was like glittery goodness.
Her whole wardrobe this episode was giving
It
life.
was a Vegas to the point. I called her and I was like, we need sparkles. And I don't have any.
There it is.
Sparkles.
There it is.
So this
Looks
is
good.
as Vegas as we got.
Yeah, and it looks good. We did good. That was our
But-
Vegas for you guys.
Okay, so now we gotta get serious.
Yeah.
Whoa. And we gotta
Every time we use a hat, man.
Hats are a rough problem. Okay, we gotta get serious because one-on-one started off with Colton. And there is some serious stuff to like uncover.
Well, let's start by telling what happened on the date. So first they went on a
camel safari.
which felt more like a Blake date, if you ask me.
That's so clever. That's really
With all
good.
of his many animals, this
This
seems
was-
appropriate.
When she does finally have a one-on-one with Blake, we can only hope they get on an animal.
Feels right.
If they don't, she's gonna let us down.
Yeah.
They went on this camel safari to get over their humps and their past relationships.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
You get it?
And how else would they do that except to be in a hot tub?
But my favorite part was on the camels. They were like
Oh.
reaching for each other.
When I love
And
the
they-
awkward music. Like,
And they never could touch because like the camels would pull them back apart. And he was like, oh my hand. Let me love you.
he was not having fun. Blake would have had fun.
Blake would have loved it. It's better than a water buffalo, so it's a stub up. So, no, the camel date was rough, and I felt like the hot tub in the desert, like if you're already hot, it's like when it's 110 here in Houston, and you try to drink a cup of coffee, and you're like,
That makes me feel sick.
yeah, exactly. I was
Yeah.
like, they had to feel sick in that tub. I think they started drinking a lot, which is what made Becca like so googly-eyed for Blake. I mean, Colton. See, it should be Blake, and I said Colton. That was a slip.
Freudian slip.
She got it. Also, did you notice that kind of on the same page line kept being used?
Yes, over and over again.
And you know what I said?
me
They're
what
on
you
the same page, as in they both picture someone else when they're kissing that person. So Colton's like, yeah, I'm on the same page in that I picture Tia when I kiss you. And she's like, yeah, I'm on the same page. I picture
Picturing.
Garrett when I kiss you.
She's way more into Garrett.
Yeah,
I
so-
feel like though he did it good. So he laid some groundwork in
he
this
did.
episode. So he talked about their past, like humps. Okay, with the Tia situation. They talked about previous relationship.
Okay.
He touched on his woes. And he laid down the groundwork for how loving her is a really big deal. Like if he says it, it's huge.
So now when he finally does say it,
He
it's
laid all the groundwork. He is building a brick house
like-
of love.
So he like followed a playbook almost.
Yeah,
Like,
I think.
do you think he's like watched The Bachelor, Bachelorette a lot and like really knows how to play this game?
I don't know.
He is a football player.
All the plays.
He knows all the plays.
Play is gonna play.
Play is gonna play.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, well, Colton State kind of ended quickly. Came and went.
It felt like it was quick.
It was fast. Yeah. And then it was Mr. Las Vegas time, group day time with the one and only Wayne Newton.
Wayne Newton.
Beautiful.
Mr. Las Vegas himself.
Beautiful Wayne. And they wrote each other songs.
Which they've already done. I tried to look past that.
I know.
I felt like it should have been more
There's enough
Vegas-y.
producers on here. They could have probably done something else.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just too soon.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris even acknowledged it. He's like, I've already done this. I
Well,
got this.
We can talk a lot about Chris here.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Crazy Eddie for a second? Because he showed up. Crazy Eddie straight up showed up.
Well, at first, when he was like on stage doing his song, I was like writing all these sweet little things. I'm like, oh, he's funny. He's improving.
He got
to
the
me.
crowd in.
I was enjoying him
But
thoroughly.
he got cocky.
Too cocky.
And
You
he
could see
thought just because he was good at this, that should mean Becca suddenly pursues him. And that's not the name of the game here, people. We're in the Bachelorette. You have to pursue her. Like that's if you don't want to be doing that, then you probably shouldn't be on the show. Because he was like, I'm gonna wait right here until she comes and gets me.
She's lucky.
Because I'm the
I talked to her.
best. So it was like,
The whole martyr thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't vibing it. I wasn't feeling it.
He definitely thought he was like a shoe-in.
Well, here's the thing. Garrett talked to her, and they're doing good.
Yeah.
You know, they had time for Blake and,
And
for
like, why
Wills.
it's not about doing good. It's about, don't you want to talk to the person you're dating? Like, singing a song to a group of strangers doesn't equate to a relationship, right? He thought he was Wayne Newton. Yes, he
Wayne
did.
Newton was feeling him a little bit for a minute.
But Wayne Newton he was like my favorite. Also, can we talk about, did you notice what Wills was wearing?
It's in the notes, girl, and it wasn't a romper like I thought it was.
Oh, I thought it was a romper.
It is
What was
a top and a bottom.
Matching top and bottom?
Matching top and
Matching
bottom.
set. I did that in 5th grade once, but they were actually long underwear. But I thought they were an outfit that you could wear out. And I was
infant. Not enough.
I was confused because they matched perfectly. And
Yeah.
so I thought, oh, this top matches the bottom perfectly.
It's logical. It's logical.
I didn't know you did that.
It was.
And as our fashion expertise, what are your thoughts?
Well, let's not get crazy with that. But I will say, I thought it was a romper, and I was kind of vibing it. But then he got up and he pulled down the shirt part, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa! It's 2 pieces.
I thought it was a romper too. This is a whole new thing.
No, it was
for
a
me
floral
to
matching top
process.
and bottom. But even his later on his suit, he's just kind of dresses loud, and he owns it.
Dresses loud is a good way to describe that. Even Wayne Newton noticed it. He was like, "I like what you have on."
And Wayne Newton, he wears glitter.
If Wayne Newton is commenting passive aggressively about
Maybe
the
he
loudness,
wanted to wear it.
oh, they could have matching rompers.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they do that. And he's like, "Thank you for wearing a male romper
With flowers.
with moody floral accents."
They were moody. Oh, we're such good describers.
They were moody floral.
Yeah.
So we had the amazing romper, and then we had the singing songs, and really Chris is the only one that I remember.
Yeah. And then it got during the cocktail. I mean, we'll go back cocktail.
Okay, cocktail.
So he started getting crazy.
He
started saying, I'm gonna go home. I'm going home.
Yeah, and I was having Crazy Eddie flashbacks, and I was worried about if fishes were gonna die, and
Show up while Becca's sleeping.
yes, Friends flashbacks were happening because I was like, he is here in this room, and that frightened me. For Becca's sake, I was like, and you should go home. When he said I should go home, I was like, you should go home.
The moment you are out of it that quickly, you're done.
I mean, I kind of agreed with what he was saying though. How did he phrase it? You invest in what you want to spend time in.
Sure, but she has 7 other guys there.
And you're supposed to be pursuing her.
Even
Crazy
though
Eddie.
love is the name of the game, still kind of a game. You gotta keep going. Are you about to deal it in?
Chelsea's helping you deal through
Deal.
this.
I'm dealing.
She's dealing through this for you. But okay, so they wrapped it up, and Blake locked down the rose.
He did good. Okay, the way he acknowledged John Blanc's mistakes,
It was beautiful.
owned it in that.
Because you
softened
can't
heart.
say what you're about to say this soon, because
Yeah.
it is still soon, I think, to be saying something like that. Because he told her, did he say falling in love? How did he phrase it?
I think he said, I'm falling in love. I
I'm
think that's
falling
what
in
I wrote.
love. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's kind of soon.
Yeah. It was soon, but she's feeling it. If she feels it, I think it's fine.
Okay. I was nervous for it.
Because it felt like she was like, I'm falling too. Didn't she say that?
She did say that.
So
she
maybe-
did. I forgot. She
So
said she was
maybe-
falling. He's definitely going to make it to the end.
I see it.
Definitely. Top
No?
3.
Really? Okay.
I think top 3 for
Yeah.
sure. And
that was good.
They can ride off on animals.
I expected the fountain to go up when they said they loved each other.
me
Like, I expected,
too.
but it didn't happen because it was a group date.
Ooh, let's start taking bets on what animal they can ride off together with.
Well, it depends on where they are. But I want like a zebra or an elephant.
Ooh, go big.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bigger.
Maybe a
Go home.
kangaroo. Put it in their little pocket. Have a way in love.
Ooh.
It's romantic.
I mean, so we had in the Garrett, their connection's
Yeah.
still going. They're still vibing.
Yes, Garrett's good.
Will's was vibing.
Yeah, Blake is good ovs.
Blake, Jason, they didn't really show much, but at the very end when she was saying bye, she reached out and gave his hand a little squeeze.
Like hand hug.
Little squeeze. I still remember your name. I think.
They're doing well. He was he
From
on the
last
group date?
time.
Because she
Yeah.
spun him. He spun her.
Oh, yeah, he spun her.
She didn't spin him. She could.
Oh, that would have been cute. That would have been cute.
Okay.
Okay, so group date. Then during the group date is when we found out the 2-on-1. Dun, dun, dun.
It was a lot of hopping around this week. So my notes were the same way. A little hopped around.
I know, I'm a little scattered, but y'all are going to stick with us
Yeah,
here.
this is good. A lot's happening.
And you know, in Vegas, they deal fast, man. Keep up.
Keep up. We're dealing.
Keep up.
Ooh, gangster dealer.
Ooh, don't take that off. She's got to stick with that because that's good.
I did want to say, so when they were on the group date and they
Okay.
flashed to the house, poor Colton was sitting in the middle.
He's like-
of David and Jordan going back and forth like children.
Yes.
And he got philosophical.
He did. He like
I was
had
like,
metaphors. What was his
Jordan.
beautiful metaphor?
It was like, you guys are, and I'm paraphrasing, are
Okay.
rams. And if you keep going at it, you're going to fall off the hill.
Both of you are gonna fall off the hill. Wasn't okay. We're gonna,
own it.
Well, now I have to because see,
We'll put it back on at some
postpartum,
point.
the baby hair growth is coming back, and the hat was holding
no,
it
it's
in.
good.
Okay. No, he had the beautiful ram quote, and it immediately made me think foreshadow. Ooh.
Well, and they were in a desert full of mountains, so I felt it.
Oh yeah.
I felt the deepness there.
Did good. And he had just been dehydrated out in a hot tub in the desert, and that's when you have your like the desert caves where you go in and like have your hallucinations.
Yes.
Maybe it came to
His
him.
spirit animal spoke to
Maybe
him. Yeah.
the
and
ram,
it was a ram.
The ram came and spoke to him
I
about
like
the
it.
2-on-1. So also we learned at this point, even though I'm not going to bring out our Golden Kimball book, the best quote ever happened at that time when David and
wait.
Jordan were like talking amongst themselves. And David could not let it go. He was like,
He won't.
"What are your underpants? What are your underpants gonna be?"
He's like, ugly,
What
ugly,
color?
ugly.
What color are your underpants? What color are your underpants? And David was like, Jordan was like, David can't get his head out of my underpants. I was dying. I was like, okay, that was good. I don't even think he knew what that sounded like, but
No, it's good though. That
It was good.
That's what makes David so great though.
and that's what makes you mean Jordan or
Jordan
David or
Oh,
both?
Jordan.
They're
Well, both. You love to hate
David.
both.
I hate David.
Night one, I liked him. Chicken guy.
I
Chicken
never
guy's who
liked
I
him.
liked.
No,
I didn't like
never-
David.
You just like the chicken.
Chicken.
And that is why I made the points for us to remember.
That was good, by
The
the way.
only thing we like about David, he was a chicken.
He was the chicken.
Also, as a medical professional, I'm confused about the bruising. Like, these episodes happen like back to back to back.
This
Like-
was probably like within like 48 hours.
48 hours later, there's no swelling, there's no bruising. There was some busted red blood vessels.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
I
was
don't know.
like,
Maybe it's the
what happened to your
altitude
face?
change. Blood flow.
I don't know. I was
I
like,
know.
where
I'm
did all the
trying to
bruises
help
go?
him, but I don't want to help him.
I don't know. It was interesting. So they went on their 2-on-1. They immediately got in the Jeep, and the chicken got in the back, and they started riding off together. And she pulled aside Jordan first.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, she did lay out the groundwork ahead of time where she was like, hey, I want this to be fun. 2-on-1s have a bad rap.
She did, and I was like, she's right. 2-on-1s, they knew what they were doing there.
Of course.
Like, you know.
We knew from episode 2 that this was going to happen.
We did. From episode 1 almost.
No, it's true. You're right.
Felt it. That Jordan for sure would be on one. And then by episode 2, we were like, it's Jordan and David.
Yep.
And they totally did that. The boys had to know. You have to know when you go on a 2-on-1 that this is what it comes down to.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And they didn't disappoint. She took David back, and he immediately, like, didn't say, he was like, how did he phrase it? He goes, I gotta be honest with you. Because he does everything under this pretense of, I'm so honest. I'm so honest.
I'm so genuine.
I'm so honest. I'm gonna be the only person that tells you about Jordan. She's a smart girl. She's never been feeling Jordan. Like, David, you could have just been yourself, and he would have gone home.
Well, and
this is himself. That's the thing, though.
Well, and that's a red flag.
This
and
is
here's
himself.
the thing, kids. You will get nowhere by trying to, like, put other people down. Just focus on yourself and the person you're with.
Life lessons.
That's a life lesson.
Life lessons. I feel like
Don't be that person.
people should be taking notes.
Don't be a David in the desert.
A David in the desert.
A David in the desert.
That almost sounds biblical.
Well, next time somebody is talking bad about someone, say don't be a David in the desert.
The parable of David in the desert.
We are writing parables here, people.
Things are happening for you. So you can build good relationships. And the other thing, though, that you notice is he immediately starts with this. He feels like he's settling for you. And so he never said that Jordan said that he's settling. He's just taking it upon himself to interpret Jordan's feelings and said, Jordan feels like he's settling for you. And immediately at that, Becca was
It's a trigger word. Triggered her. Triggered her.
And I think he knew that because that's how, you know, she even said, Ari chose me because I was the safe choice. And he, like, settled for me. So we're like, I don't think David was so smart to do that. I think he just stumbled into this on accident. Like, he stumbled into her, like, insecurity point.
Well, and then she didn't even want to talk to him anymore. She was just like, let's go get Jordan. I'm done talking to you. Thank you for the information.
I never even liked you anymore, really. Anyway.
Yeah, at that point, I was like, okay, they both buy. So then she goes and gets Jordan and confronts together.
Yeah. No, she left. She let them.
Oh, no, Jordan first.
Jordan
first. Defends himself.
And he defended himself.
And he did good. Not only did he defend himself, but he kind of opened up a little bit. I was like, Jordan is human.
Jordan, his backstory.
Now,
the way he said it was like on the defense, and it was very aggressive. He was like, okay, like, my dad loved my mom for 27 years, okay? Like, but the story behind it was like, you could see why he was saying it with such passion. Because he's like, y'all aren't even taking the time to know me, and I have this huge story.
I feel like it gave me a little insight on why he is a little the way he is.
Yeah.
And it made me like Team Jordan just a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, in his own crazy world.
Crazy world for sure.
Crazy world. We joined Team Jordan.
Yes.
We all joined Team Jordan.
We're here. We're here for you.
During that moment.
So you could tell, though, if in that moment she was feeling him a little more, too. She was like, okay, well, let's go talk.
Yeah. I don't think she was even listening, though, really, that much. As she was just like, I can tell that you're sharing, but I don't think she was, like, registering what he said.
Not fully processing this.
Because I think at that point, he was sharing, like, some really vulnerable stuff. And if she had really been registering, like, that was, like, some deep stuff he was sharing. And she might have been able to be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was a saving grace.
Yeah, it was. And so they went back, and Jordan and David confronted each other privately without her first. And
I love all the things he said. We'll probably talk about it. I don't know if he has quotes.
You just...
But, I mean, he was just going off on him. He was just something in the desert. I don't know.
He was like... my greatest power is being me.
Yes.
And your greatest power is not being you. So it was great.
Yeah.
And they struggled again with the word, how to talk about not being genuine. This is a topic of discussion, guys. How do we tell someone if they're not being genuine? What is the word that we use?
I prefer disingenuous.
I prefer the made-up words, disingenuity.
Yeah, David was like, you're being disingenuous. You mean disingenuine?
Finally, Jordan gave up, and he was like, you're being a rat, beep, 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 beep. Yeah. And I was like, that one's better. The rat, beep, beep, beep is probably...
It's more speed. It's more speed.
It's probably more appropriate for what's happening. But, so then she came back, and she confronted him and said, did Jordan actually say the words he settled? he was settling for
Because
me.
that was important. Did he say those words?
And still, even in that moment, David was like, well, he does feel like that.
Because he stepped up. Because he's like, oh yeah, I did. Then he realizes he'd never actually said that. He can't lie.
Because he's an honest man, you guys. David is an honest man,
Yes.
over and over again. So she sent David home. And I don't think he even really realized it. It was like so abrupt. It was like, we're going to part ways here. And then they just like
They got up and left.
got up and rode off into the desert together. And David's like, what?
I think it took everything inside for Jordan not to turn around and be like, what?
Oh, turn down or what?
Or what?
Is that appropriate? No, that's not what it meant.
That's okay though.
Okay.
You tried. And that was good. That was good.
Okay,
Then we
and then-
moved to what turned from a 2-on-1 into a
The
1-on-1.
best one-on-one
Yeah.
that's ever happened.
It was
you
great. I
guys.
was pretty much living my best life
was-
watching this part.
Who else was watching this and like just dying?
Yeah,
the
I
whole
was.
time.
Well, I was like, stop talking, but never ever stop talking.
Never ever stop talking. This is where we learned a lot.
Can we do it together? Like teach me your face. Teach me the
Okay.
face.
First of all, we have a lot we can teach you here
Oh,
because
you're doing the quotes first.
no, we learned how to do the blue steel. Did y'all realize that? We had an educational session on how to do the blue steel.
Like from
Zoolander.
From Zoolander.
Yeah, so here's what you do, guys. Get your notebooks out because we're going to
Okay.
learn how to do the blue steel just now because Jordan taught us. So first you pinch the nose. Oh, you already did it. Oh, you do it actually
It's
cute.
natural contouring.
Pinch the nose at the bottom. And then, but it's more actually in your cheeks. Ooh. Yours looks good. And yours makes dimples when you do it. So you pinch the nose at the bottom.
Okay.
And then you pinch in your cheeks. And then you furrow the brow just a little bit, like you're a little angry.
It doesn't look good.
It makes me So
That
this
was
is-
good. That was really good though.
We're good.
We should be Wilhelmina model.
Thanks, Jordan, for teaching us that.
Wilhelmina.
So, I mean, but he has a million different things he can do with his face.
Like-
And he can actually move every part of his face. So he does the blue steel exceptionally well.
I believe it.
And he can do one eyebrow, and he can do two eyebrows, and he can do furrow of the brow. He's just so talented.
That was good.
There's a lot to Jordan. And I just want to share with y'all how much Jordan can do. Because he has a look. He can speak.
Yes.
He can walk. He's fit. He has an excellent skincare routine. He's sharp. He's polished. He's the full-on modern man. He's flirty. He's charming. He's charismatic. And he's handsome. He knows hair care, skincare, clothing, what to wear for occasions, being in clothes, being comfortable in clothes, and being the best at being comfortable in clothes.
I wish I was the best at being comfortable in clothes.
But he's also the best at being comfortable not in clothes, if you recall,
I do recall.
because he's Captain
That's
Golden Underpants.
the best.
So, I mean, basically, Jordan gives life to all things. And it was shocking that he went home.
I didn't see it coming.
When he went in to kiss her, how did he like build that up? What did he say again?
Oh, I've been thinking about this all day. Now that I'm fully dressed, and then
Now that he's
and
comfortable
then he
being
like
in
grabbed
clothes.
her neck.
She was like,
She didn't like it.
no, she didn't.
She didn't like it anyways. But I think extra.
It was like
extra
extra didn't like it. Oh, and then she was so sweet. It was the sweetest breakup. They were like, she goes, "You're so amazing, and I've never met anyone like you."
And he sure hurt her.
He did hear
But
her.
then she walked him out.
And that limo ride was the most confident, just dumped man I've ever seen.
I wish that I had his confidence, like my
Who
life.
gets dumped? Okay, and you caught something that he said about her. His favorite thing about her.
His favorite thing about Becca is that she appreciates the fact that she's never met anyone like him before.
That's his favorite thing about her.
About her is that she's never met anyone like him before.
Yeah, is that really about her? And then he goes, this is so good. He goes, my favorite thing about her is that she stated she's never met anyone quite like me, and I do feel unique. And then he goes, I wish I knew what she didn't like about me. Like,
What is there not to like?
not to like? And like, he was just like so built up by like her breakup. Like, he's like on cloud nine. He's
good.
like,
He's fine.
He's fine.
He's a better man for it.
He's a better man because she recognized his ingenuity, if you will.
Yep.
So
I loved it.
it's sad to tell him goodbye.
Well, can we just have a moment of silence, just a quick moment, for the Jordan Kimball quote book, that we will no longer be getting weekly, like, words of wisdom from.
Where will we look? But first, I have one last.
Oh, you do?
I have one last
please.
one.
Yes.
Because he said that being handsome is great, but being handsome doesn't get the job done. Instead of being handsome, what gets the job done? Skin hair care, and clothing, which is nothing to do with being handsome. So if you want to be,
all inside.
If you want to be a gentleman, Jordan's tips on being a gentleman just laid out for us. We learned so much from this man, this little teapot sponge of a golden retriever.
Captain, steal your girl.
Captain, still your girl. We will never be the same.
Never be the same. So thanks for that, Jordan.
Sad to see him go.
Yes. So then, what did you
Oh,
know?
that is why they kept Crazy
What happened?
Eddie. Because they let Jordan go, and people are sad that Jordan's gone because we're going to lose some drama. But I think Crazy Eddie's about to pick it up a notch.
I can see that.
Y'all remember when I say Crazy Eddie, $Chris.
Chris.
Crazy Eddie.
With a capital C.
Although someone on Instagram, and I don't know who to give credit for, was like, he reminds him of Ben Stiller in like a Crazy
A little
movie.
bit.
And I could see that too. But I'm going
Ben
to
Stiller's
stick
crazy in a lot of movies, so
Yeah,
we'll just...
that's true.
that's
Okay,
honest,
so
though.
we moved on to
The cocktail party.
the cocktail party. That was good.
And then it heats up. I had to seriously pay attention hardcore because it was a lot going on.
It was such a good cocktail party.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite part of the cocktail party?
Well, it had to have been everything with Chris. But that one moment
Wills.
with Wills.
Wills and Chris. Wills, just, first of all, his suit.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't have been wearing a better outfit for this confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
It
don't...
made him taller.
and I don't take a man more seriously unless he's wearing a complete plaid suit. So...
With combat boots up to his ankles with the pants tucked in. I liked it.
I was intimidated. So he walks up and he's like, I need another round. And Wills is like, 2 minutes.
And he was a reluctant 2 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
he did not want to give it to
I
him.
think he was kind of waiting to vibe out Becca. Like,
She wasn't saying, yeah, give it right away.
yeah. I think he was hoping Becca would shoot it down. And she didn't really, but she wasn't like, because she did say, well, he just got here. Like, she's trying to be super nice about it.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like she should have just stepped up and been like,
I agree. But, and then Wills was like 2 minutes, and then he's like, if that's okay with you.
yeah, good
He
for
did
him.
ask her.
He did
yeah.
ask her. Because
Because
ultimately,
if it's not what she wanted.
it's such a gentleman. That was a gentleman thing to do. Make
was.
sure that Becca was okay with that.
Yeah.
And then he walks, but not far. Like, he's eavesdropping into this whole
yeah,
conversation.
he wants to know. He needs to know.
Because he's like, if you're going to interrupt my time, then I get to listen to your time.
He was timing it for real.
Like, he had his clock and like, okay, and go.
Felt it.
And then he comes back. I don't know if it had really been 2 minutes, but it sure didn't feel like 2 minutes to Chris. So Crazy Eddie was like, dude, it's been like 60 seconds. And I was like, it's no way, because you had a full apology. And it was a halfway decent apology.
His look he was giving Wills. Why do I keep doing that?
Because there was a
Wills.
Wills.
That's true. There was. The look he was giving Wills, I was a little scared. Like, he was like, for real, man? Like, for real? Like,
It
he
was a
like,
Crazy
gonna hurt
Eddie
him.
look.
Like, he looked like he
You
was gonna hurt
guys,
him.
he's gonna like have a dead fish in his house and accuse Wills of killing his fish.
Yeah.
And there was never a fish.
There's never fish.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Crazy Eddie is scary.
I was a little freaked out by his
But
face.
Wills is not intimidated.
No, he's like, I'm gonna ask you politely.
Oh.
And I was
don't
like,
think,
anything you say, Wills, what do you want from
do
me?
y'all think Wills would have fought him?
Not in front of Becca.
He was intimidating though. I was kind of like, I don't really like Wills, but at that moment I was like, Wills would be a good man.
Yeah, and I
He'd
like
have your
that when he
back.
came back to when the guys were all sitting, he didn't try to start a beef.
No, he came back and
didn't.
he was like, we're now moved on.
But Chris wasn't.
And
Crazy
Chris was like crazy. Nobody was talking. And like, Wills was trying not to laugh.
He was doing pretty good. What he called him, I was like the fake yawn, like trying not to laugh.
Like, he's like, this is the funniest drama ever. And Chris was like, y'all are all pretending to be victims. I'm like, no.
Who is?
Who
Chris?
is?
I'm staring at the man in the mirror. That's what it was. He was projecting.
He was, oh, you.
Serve.
She's dealing it for you guys. Dealing it for you.
Dealer.
Some projection was happening. Oh, that was good, girl. And then we learned that he was sad and was like, how did he phrase it? He's like, if I would have gone home, I would have gone home.
If I wanted to go home, yeah.
If I wanted to go home, I would have gone home. And I just think ultimately Chris is going to be crazy from here out.
Oh, definitely. He was so up and so down.
He's gonna be crazy.
And when he
from here out.
realized, like, he was like, I better shape up or she's gonna send me home. His apology felt a little over the top. Like, I'm so sorry. Like,
no,
he just
he's
wanted
gonna
to
be
stay
crazy
at this
from
point.
here out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Crazy Eddie from here out. And who went home? How many people went home?
One.
Just
Well, on the rose ceremony, just one.
Yeah.
And it was
It was
David.
Venmo. It was John.
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 Where's my brain?
Venmo John.
I was really sad to see him go.
I was too. I really liked him.
The more I saw him, and maybe it's because I like nerdy birdies like Sam.
Maybe
and
I like millionaires.
Maybe it's that he's a millionaire.
Maybe I like millionaires. I don't know. But I was
I
really
don't know.
sad to say goodbye to John. Venmo John. So
And he kind of cried, and I was
he was
sad.
feeling it.
But he did a really good cry because he was like a man about it. He kind of wiped
Yeah.
his eyes. He was sad.
And he was just like, I wish I had more time to make a connection. So I think he knew. I think he knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm. But I like that he was like, she could have been my wife.
Yeah.
I like it when they say that.
Yeah. She could
I
have.
like
She
it.
could have been a millionaire.
Well, she's not now.
It's a bummer.
Oh.
I thought you were going off with it.
Well, I was adjusting, but it's
okay.
all just good.
Well, all right, you guys. So, I mean, Venmo John was pretty solid. Yeah. He didn't get insecure. For being probably the nerdiest guy,
No.
he was the most secure. But I think there's something about being a millionaire that makes you constantly secure.
The wallets get a little heavier.
Even when you're having trouble, like bench pressing or keeping up with the other guys, you're like, well, I do just, without lifting a finger, bring in $1 million a day because I created an app called Venmo. So,
But at the same time, he was constantly surprising me in
He
the best
was.
ways.
And
So he didn't rely on his like nerdy, I'm like, whatever. He didn't put
He
that
was
forward.
surprising us in
and
the
he
best
could have. He
ways.
was great. So I liked him. So he'll find someone.
so
then.
bye John, bye
Find someone.
Jordan, bye David.
Yeah.
And now,
They're off.
They're off.
They're shipping off again.
but this is not a worldwide adventure quite like we've been on
This is
before.
a great American adventure. The great American adventure.
And we're headed off to Richmond, Virginia
Good old Virginia.
for lovers.
Yeah.
So we're excited. Did y'all watch anything at the end about what's to come?
It looked like a ton of drum.
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 It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah,
It's gonna
I'm
be
excited
good.
for it.
So y'all stick with us because we're gonna help you deal with your feelings.
Yeah. And next week, since this is what I'm reaching, Virginia's for lovers. And we love you. Stay with us. That was good.
That was a good reach.
Reach.
It was like reaching for the camel between the camels.
and the humps.
The humps.
Stay with us through our humps.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all be sure to comment, ask questions,
Like and share.
like and share.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.